Notre Dame tomorrow, obviously a big day, just with everything that's going on in the background. But for you being a former player, just having gone through the rivalry, what does this game mean just for women's basketball in general?
Yeah, I mean, we get an opportunity. I don't know what their capacity is, but we're going to play in front of a packed house, right? It's a sellout. The unveiling of Coach McGraw's statue outside, just a really cool thing for our group. We were just talking about it as a staff, just how far along and where our game is. It's just such a really good spot, and a cool opportunity for our kids to go out there and play in front of a lot of people. A lot of people not wanting us to win, but it's we understand where Notre Dame is. We understand where we are as a program, and we want to get back there. And we talk about it all the time, and getting back to where Purdue was. And we don't know where we are if we don't play them. So we're going to go out there. We're going to give it our best shot tomorrow and see what happens.
You grew up in this series.
Yeah.
How important is this to have this game back on the schedule?
Yeah, Neil and I talked about it on the road, and CO and I talked about it, and not sure when it stopped or why it stopped. It should be a thing, right? They're going to return the trip next year here, and hope we can keep it going. I think that's the plan from all of us. It's just we're 2 hours away from each other. We're battling in the state of Indiana, and it's just a game that should be played.
Unlike Digger Phelps, there are roads that go between South Bend
there are
and West Lafayette.
There are.
But just for your South Bend kids too, to go home.
Just you always want to get kids home, right? And we want to try we want to try to get Mary Ashley to New York City and play in front of people. Get Emily and Sophie in their places and where they're from. We're staying in South Bend. I don't know how many people they have coming, right? Like how many people are going to come to the hotel that they get to see the night before, or how many familiar faces. Just something you always want to try to do. For us to have 3 of them on our team to go out there and be in front of their family and friends is really cool.
Speaking of South Bend, is there any update on Rashonda?
I think she's getting close. I think it's going to be, what time is the Big Ten indication? 3 hours before. It's that'll tell you whether she's playing or not.
A series of game time decisions.
A series of game time decisions.
Coach, one thing I noticed is how when you're both playing at your highest level, they like to get in transition, play fast. You like to get in transition, play fast. What's been sort of without giving away the secret recipe, kind of what you're going to try to do to limit Hannah Hidalgo and Maddie Westbell? They play very well off each other.
Yeah, they're really good. Notre Dame's 5th in the country in points per game, average 17 offensive rebounds. Hidalgo leads the country in steals per game. Steals. Maddie Westball is a problem. But for us, it's trying to make them do things that they don't want to do, right? Try to get them to beat you with their second or third option. Taking away their best hand, taking away what they want to do. We're not going to jump and block shots, like being disciplined, trying to steal and take charges. They rebound the ball ridiculously well. So, and obviously that's no secret to everybody. That's an Achilles heel for us. So we got to be able to make a conscious effort of putting bodies on people and holding and just being strong with the basketball and go get it.
In a game like this where, like you mentioned, not a lot of people are going to be rooting for you. You're public enemy number 1 when you arrive in South Bend tomorrow. How do you just prepare for that environment? And sounds like a cliche in some ways, but they're the right team and you want what they have.
Yeah, there's no pressure on us. We're just going to go out there and play as hard as we can. Hopefully we can knock down some shots early, give us some confidence. I know we're going to compete on the defensive end. That's we've held 9 teams under 65 points, 8 teams under 60. Outside of UCLA, that's where we've been defensively. And we just haven't been able to score the basketball. In the game where we did score the basketball, we beat a really good Texas A&M team here. I think if we can make some shots early, get some confidence. I know our team is going to compete on the other end. So hopefully the ball goes in for us early in the game.
How would you assess the week of finals and practicing and all that?
Regardless of what happens tomorrow, I know we're going to go out and compete. we've gotten better this week. I think we've been a little bit more diligent of taking care of basketball. Even with finals, we've had a good group of guys here with us. A lot of pressure, a lot of holding each other accountable when we do turn the basketball over. So we've gotten better this week. I think Tuesday we had a really good offensive practice. Wednesday we were able to break into some small groups and get some skill development. And then the last couple of days just really focus on ourselves, but like try to prepare for Notre Dame. So one more day of prep today, and then we'll go up there and get some shots tonight. No shoot around tomorrow. Just being an early game, so we'll see what happens.
What's turnovers kind of the number one thing you needed to address this week?
Yeah, obviously, and sometimes, just silly turnovers, right? Where we're passing up shots, or because we're trying to execute something, we're passing up an open shot, and then later in the shot clock we turn it over. So, watching some tape and getting some understanding, hey, we've worked to get this shot. You got to be able to take this shot. You got to be ready to take it. I think that's what oftentimes we come off down screens, or we throw the ball inside and we come off and we're not ready. We're not prepared to shoot. So really breaking those things down and letting them see it. And then when we get in the paint, making really smart decisions. If you're at the rim, you got to score it. Obviously tomorrow we're going to play again 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", but using some ball fakes and then kicking out and being strong with the basketball.
For sure. Jayla Smith, you mentioned before, when Jayla Smith, is playing with confidence, she can, be a dynamic scorer. Do you feel like maybe she might come in as maybe your X factor and somebody that you really?
It would be really nice if Jayla could do that. We had a good talk this week. Lakin was able to go in and clip some highlights for her, not from just this year but last year, and trying to help her find her confidence. You go through these little spells sometimes, and her and I talked about how Laisha last year went through the spell where she just lost some playing time or just kind of started to question everything skill-wise. And so just having a really good talk with Jay, watching some highlights with her, watching some really good stuff that she's done. And it's on her. We believe in her. Our team believes in her. So today's her birthday. She turned 21 years old today, so hopefully we get a dub for her tomorrow.
Nice. Yes, I'll end on a fun question for you. I'm not sure if we'll get another press conference before Christmas. So what was your favorite Christmas gift growing up?
My favorite Christmas gift? Wow. Outside of basketball, I'm going to say my golf clubs. I took lessons when I was young, so I remember my first bag, with the 4 clubs in it, because it's something I can still play. I can't run and play basketball anymore, but I can hit the links all day.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.